Hello everyone, this is Gail from Gail's Upstairs Studio. I hope you're all doing well. Today I am going to work on another reset project. I'm going to be tackling my little travel kits. I've already done a lot of prep work. These are all of the bags that were filled with art supplies to take on the go, and I've emptied them all out and separated them into categories and just laid them out on my counter. I have sketchbooks that have been in bags or that I want to put in bags, and a couple of new ones, small ones, some swatch cards, some watercolor paint options, water brushes, micron pens, rulers, travel brushes, erasers, sharpeners, things like that. I have clips up here and washi tape and a couple of water cup options and my Derwent Graphitint pencils and a selection of my Master's Touch watercolor pencils. And I'm going to get these bags back in service, some of them anyway, not all of them probably, but I thought I would take you along on the journey. There's a couple of ones that I've actually done on this channel before, and I have emptied those out, and this one here might get packed pretty similarly to what it was, but let's see what we can figure out here. The first one I'm going to pack is this pencil roll, and I have had this in my purse for a while, and I put a little kit together a few months ago and it works very well, and so I think I am going to pack it up again with some freshly sharpened pencils. That's one of the things I did when I took everything out, is all pencils were sharpened, all water brushes were cleaned out and things like that, so we have a fresh start. And so I'm just going to put these pencils back in here first. And now I'm going to put a pencil here, and I'll fit an eraser down in here. And I have folded up a paper towel for blotting, and I'm just going to kind of slide that down in behind here. And a water brush, it's empty. I can fill that up before I go. And that's it for the inside. And I'm not going to fold it in a roll. I'm going to fold it kind of in a flat shape like this, because I'm going to add a sketchbook. I have done a couple of things in this one, but nothing major yet. This is going to be lilacs. I haven't finished it yet. This is good for just waiting in the car or a doctor's office or whatever, this setup. And I have these Viviva color sheets that are perfect for this kind of thing, because they are just basically that. They are color that you can activate with water and use it to paint with. And this is perfect for this kind of little kit. And these are the swatch card that shows all the colors that are in the Viviva color sheets, and these are all the watercolor pencils I have in here. And this is a neat little thing that I look for when I'm looking for a sketchbook that I travel with or go anywhere with, because I usually have a dedicated set of supplies that goes in each kit, and when I do that, I swatch them out, and I like to keep them with the kit, and so I look for sketchbooks with an envelope in the back, and I just cut paper, in this case it's watercolor paper, that will fit in there, and I swatch right on that and just slide it in there so I know exactly what I have for colors. And this sketchbook is by Lita Art Supply, Lita Art Supply, and I really like this one. It's got decently thick paper. It is not watercolor paper, but using a water brush, you're not using as much water usually, so it works perfectly fine. And then I put the strap over it, and then I put the strap over the pencil roll, and then I can fit the sketchbook and the color sheets right in just like that, and just put a couple of clips on here so I can clip my book open if I choose to. Honestly, I don't generally choose to in this particular one, but and then we have it. That fits right in my purse. Granted, it's a sizable purse, but it fits perfectly and it's not too heavy. Next up, I have this pencil case, which is very substantial. And it's wonderful because it has handles right on it. So you don't have to take anything bigger if you don't want. You have handles right there. And it has a section for pencils and then an open section in the middle. And I have filled this, I think, on this channel before. I am making a few adjustments this time, but I am starting with the same pencils I had in it, which are my Graphitints. This particular pencil case will be going in my car or in a bigger bag in the car. More on that in a minute. So I'll be using it for sketching on the go and maybe some plein air, and I find the Graphitint pencils and the Graphitint paints are from Derwent are wonderful for this particular purpose because it is more natural muted colors, and I really like that. And the Graphitint pencils are water soluble, which is wonderful for being able to add color to your sketches, because they are colored when they go down, but the color gets a little bit more vibrant when you add water to it. So it's perfect for on the go. Trying to be careful here because I have sharpened the pencils and I don't want to catch them on anything and break them before I even get to use them for the first time. Let's see, do the black and white on the end. I believe that one is the black one. And I'm not going to actually worry too much about order here. I will play with that later. And these are all named on each pencil. So, and I might not recognize the color if I see it on the tip, but by name I know exactly what color they are because I've used them a lot. So this isn't so much a floral set, obviously, because they are muted colors, but they're very good for quick plein air sketches. And to be honest, when I say plein air, most of the time if I'm out sketching, I am in my car. I have not much on being out in public, and I get distracted easy and can't get anything done when people come up and ask questions. So, okay, I am going to move these down here because if I remember from last time, that was a better situation for me. Okay, so now that those are in there, I could fit a water brush and my pencil here, but I've got plenty of room on the inside, so I'm not going to overload this. And this pencil case has been very nice because this is all padded, so it doesn't hurt anything that's in there. Now we have the inside. And last time I had my Graphitint paints and my Inktense paints from Derwent in here, but this time I'm only going to be using my Graphitint set to go with the pencils. So, and I have a water brush and a ruler that I will fit over on this side, and a pencil. Actually, you know what? I think I will put that in the front. A micron pen, and it is a 05. Put that right in the bottom. And a couple of clips, an eraser, and this is a new sketchbook. Since it is new, I still have the packaging I'll show you. It's Pentalic Traveler. It's an artist sketchbook. It is got 160 pages in it. It's 4x6. And I can't remember what the weight is. It's not tremendously heavy pages, but they are a pretty good weight to them. I found the weight, it's on the back, it's 74 pounds. So, and this has a pocket on the back, and I have put 2 pieces of watercolor paper in here, but I haven't done the swatches yet of the Graphitint pencils and the pans. But that will go right in here as well. And paper towels I'll put right over here. This is nowhere near as loaded full as it was the last time I did it. And I'm going to reopen the front here and slide my pencil right in on the end. I think that will do nicely. And this one will go in the car, or like I said, in another bag, which I'll get to. This is a cute little, very durable, very usable bag that my daughter-in-law got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. And we're going to fill this one up. And this one's going to be a little bit more of an actual watercolor setup. So, first off, I have this watercolor sketchbook. It's got watercolor paper in it. It's got a few sketches in it, but I want to finish it up. So I've got quite a few more pages left, so I thought that would be good for in this particular one. So I will put this in here first. And next I have this travel watercolor kit. It is a Winsor & Newton box, and I have Winsor & Newton Cotman paints in it. The student grade line of Winsor & Newton, and it is great for on the go and in a sketchbook. And these are the colors. I have them swatched out here. This is a water bottle that you can fill with water before you leave your house, and then just put it in here. And this is a little tiny paintbrush. I have had one just like it in the past that I've used, and it's okay. It's not the best, but it works in a pinch. I'll be taking more brushes in this kit anyway, but I keep it in here because you never know. Good for details anyway. This serves as a mixing palette. These two do as well. And then this serves as a water cup. There's a notch right here. and it slips right on there, so you can have everything right in your hand, which is very handy. I thought that this would be a good setup for this case. I really like this box. It's very small, but it's a workhorse. You can do everything you would do with a bigger palette with it, and it also has a thumb ring on the back. I never use these, but so that you know that it's there anyway. So that will go in here, but next I'm going to put in my travel brushes. These are Mimic brushes, and I got them at Jerry's Artorama several years ago. I use them a lot, and I like them very much. This is a small flat. And 4 different sizes of rounds. I'll show you the smallest one. I'm going to take them all out, but I might have to because I'm not sure that's the smallest one. Is that one? That one? Maybe it was the smallest one. I use this one and the flat one the most. And then this is the biggest one. This one is fine too, and I do use it, but the tip is, it's quite a bit longer, and I don't get quite as much use out of it. And if you don't know travel brushes, some of them you screw in, but this one just pops in like that, and then it's a full-size brush. And there's that. Let's see. I think they'll fit in side by side, maybe. Yeah. I also am going to just put in this other little sketchbook just for drawing. This is a De La Rowney, just a small little travel sketchbook. Because sometimes I don't feel like taking out the big guns, and so we can just have a place to sketch something out too. Washi tape. A kneaded eraser because I'm using watercolor paper, and I find that the kneaded eraser works a little bit better on watercolor paper than a regular eraser does. And a couple of clips. I always take a bigger one and a smaller one because it takes up a little less room, and whichever the thinner of the sides of the book, depending on how far through the book I am, I'll put the smaller one on, and then I'll use the bigger one for the thicker side. If that makes sense. Pencil. I think I'm gonna nestle. Yeah, I think that's my better bet here. I'm going to nestle my pencil, Jelly Roll pen, and an 05, a Micron pen and an 03, and my Funasuke pen. And I'm going to add water brushes to this too. Depending on the situation, I might not want to use water, so, or have a water cup, I should say. And then I'll lay this. I have to unpack everything, people. Guess what I forgot to do? And I had this almost exactly the way I want it, but I think I want to put this sketchbook in a different place anyway. So let's go back to the beginning real quick. Take this back out because I want to put my swatch card in the back. Once again, found one with an envelope. I've had this one for quite several years. This one was from Jerry's Artorama too. I got it there, and it's called Reflections. Now we'll close this back up and actually put the band on it this time too. And I think, let us see. I think, yeah, yeah, I can slide that right in right there, which is great. And put this back on the bottom. And we'll put all of these things in between. And the washi tape, the eraser, and the clips up on the end. Still got plenty of room in there. I don't like to overstuff though, so it's easier to get back in there. And then I will unzip this front pocket. I already have some paper towels in there. I guess I was going to put some in, but I already have some. So all I really need to do to this is to add water, whether it be in the reservoir in the watercolors or in the water brushes. Either one will work. So, and this is a great little bag because it does have handles from the top, like a little satchel. Or, that's bothering me, hang on. There we go. Or you can use it as a shoulder bag too. So this is a really great one. I've used it a lot. This one I am going to put together to put down in my living room basket, which I have done a video on before. It's just art supplies that I use down on my couch. And I don't have any of my lettering supplies down there, and I happen to love to sit on my couch and do lettering. So I'm going to put a little set together for that, and taking a selection of my Tombow markers, and those will go in this part. And then I have a ruler that I'm going to put in here. And I have an 05 micron, a size 10 jelly roll, a Food Nasuke pen, which I use a lot for lettering, and a pencil. And I don't need an extra eraser because I have one down there already. And I will just slide this in the basket. I also already have a Bristol paper pad down there that I use for lettering as well. So that will just get put in my living room basket. I'm going back to this one for a minute because I wasn't going to put my Inktense pans in here, but I think I've decided I want to. This is by Derwent also. Turns out this is almost, except for the sketchbook and a couple of other things, this is very Derwent heavy bag here. This is the Inktense set. I do not have the Inktense pencils yet. I probably have to do that because I do like this set a lot. They go very well together, I would assume, because the Graphitint pencils and the Graphitint paints do. But I knew I had plenty of room in here, so I think I'm just going to put this in here. And that is all the actual bags that I am going to fill with supplies. But this bag here, yes, it is a Vera Bradley bag. No, I would not go out and buy a brand new Vera Bradley bag to use as an art bag. I bought this 5 or 6 years ago at a yard sale for $5. And yes, it is an older pattern, and it was probably a lot more vibrant once upon a time. But that's great because that means I can use it as an art bag and not feel bad about it. I liked it for an art bag for this reason. There's pockets here, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more on this side, 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of open space on the bottom, and there are pen marks all over the bottom from before I had it. And there's a couple of little wear spots, and there's one little frayed piece here. But other than that, the zipper still works absolutely fine. And so why not? Oh, I don't think I showed. There's a open pocket on the front and a zippered pocket on the back, and that zipper works fine too. So I turned it into an art bag, and it's been probably the most versatile art bag that I have. And my daughter makes fun of me because I have a Vera Bradley art bag. But like I said, $5 at a yard sale. So absolutely perfect for an art bag. Now, I use this to pack. I usually keep this packed with stuff in my stuff that goes to craft shows. I have 3 totes that I take to craft shows, and this goes in there and is filled with stuff. I don't have a craft show scheduled for a bit, and I plan on doing a couple of road trips this summer, and I don't have a craft show till the end of summer, so I thought in the meantime I wouldn't pack it up with stuff that I'm going to take to a craft show. I'm going to put a couple of other things in it. I am going to put this in it, which will live in my truck. And we have a second car that this will probably live in. And for now, I'm going to place both of these in here and hang it on the coat rack next to the front door instead of leaving them in the cars, because temperature fluctuates quite a bit where I live between spring and summer, and I have lost a couple of art supplies because of that. So I think I will leave this on the coat rack by the back door and can just take out what I want to take with me for now, and then craft show season it'll get loaded to the chimes again. All right, so we have filled 1, 2, 3 little travel kits. And another thing I'm going to put in the bigger bag with these 2 things is this sketchbook. This is from Lita Art Supply too, and I've done quite a few things in here. And this was packed in another sketching travel bag, so I thought I would put this in here. I already have done cells ahead on it, so I figured that this will go in the big bag with these 2 bags. So if I want to take an extra bigger sketchbook with me, I can. And these are all the things that I didn't repack for now. So those will go in the drawer that's right below me in this cabinet, actually. I forgot. I packed a 4th one and I forgot. This is the one that's going to live in my purse. And this one I really, really like. It's no fuss, no bother, no mess at all. It's very convenient. I take it if I have a doctor's appointment or if I'm waiting in the car for someone. It's wonderful for that. And I can pop it out in 2 seconds and do a 5-minute sketch and pop it right back in. So this is an important one. This one will go down and go right in my purse. Well, I hope this was fun to watch. If not all that useful, but fun to watch anyway. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.